In today's lesson, you will be looking at selective breeding. In order to do this, you need to know the definitions of the following key words. Inherited. This is when characteristics are passed on in your genes, so you inherit them from your parents. Environmental. These are characteristics that you have developed in your life, and this is from the environment. Variation. This is the differences in a species. So what is selective breeding? There are two questions here. How is selective breeding used to change a population? And what are some examples of selective breeding? Once you have watched the video from my GCSE Science, the link has been attached to your class charts. I would like you to answer these two questions. Now that you have watched the video on selective breeding, we should know the method. We know that selective breeding has been used for animals and plants. So how does this happen? First of all, the desired characteristics are identified. So we look at the characteristics that we want and identify them. Two parents are bred together. So the two parents with the characteristics that we want the offspring to have are bred together. The offspring with the desired characteristics are then bred. And this is repeated over several generations. What I would now like you to do as your next task is explain, can selective breeding lead to health problems with the animals, and is it ethical? So there are a number of reasons why animals have been selectively bred over the years. One, it's because animals have been bred for more meat or more muscle, making them bigger, making them healthy. Secondly, animals have been bred, such as cows, for more milk. For example, this breed here produces a lot of milk and the milk is lower in fat. Crops have also been bred for a greater yield or to be more disease resistant. Flowers have also been bred to be larger and have colourful patterns. Now we've looked at the advantages of flowers, crops and animals, but of course there are disadvantages too. Here is one example of disadvantages in animals. So first of all, the problem with selective breeding is inbreeding. Secondly, it leads to inherited genetic disorders. For example, this dog will have difficulty exercising, it is prone to developing glaucoma and loss of vision, its deep chest may lead to painfully bloated stomach, or it has elbow joint pain which may cause mobility problems, or it could potentially have hip problems which can lead to mobility issues, or it may have difficulty exercising. Now, it doesn't mean that the dog will have all of these, but it may have one, two or more of these different genetic disorders. What I would like you to do for this task is identify an animal which has had a disadvantage from being selectively bred and explain how. For this task, what I would like you to do is answer the following two questions. So this question goes on to say what reasons why might people want to selectively breed cats, and the second one is what kind of problems might this cause. Next question, which is this one here, it is simply asking you to explain how the cat has been produced using selective breeding. So read the passage and then explain simply what process or what method has been used for the cat to be produced using selective breeding.